Local, late-breaking. This is WTVA 9 News.
Investigators are trying to determine the cause of a fatal fire. I'm Emma Packard, and coming up, I'll tell you what the victim's family believes started the flames.
And you see, Emma had to break out the raincoat. That's right, we have showers this morning. We're going to be talking about how long these showers stick around and just how cool it's going to bring our temperatures down coming up.
And later, we have the sketch for the man accused of an attempted kidnapping of a little girl, where authorities believe the suspect could be hiding. Plus, a woman's purse is stolen right before her eyes, what authorities now recommend. WTVA's Emma Packard is standing outside the home that erupted into flames, killing an elderly woman. She will tell us about the last moments of her life before she died. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Joel Young with a look at what's going on with the weather right now.
Yeah, as you step out the door this morning, many of us are just very warm, very humid with mostly cloudy skies, but there are a few of us that are also dealing with some heavy downpours. We'll show you exactly where here on Storm Track Doppler 9. You can see here that we have kind of a cluster of showers, heavy downpours that have developed over parts of western Franklin County, moving over here toward Red Bay and into southern Tishomingo County. Also some back here into portions of Lee County around Tupelo. Also more light to moderate showers over parts of Yalobusha County. Otherwise mostly cloudy with temperatures in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Coming up in a few moments, we're going to have a look at what you can expect if you plan to do some running this morning.
Thank you, Joel. A woman is dead after her home goes up in flames. WTVA's Emma Packard is at the scene now and joins us live with what authorities have to say.
Katrina, you can actually see the house here behind me. You can see the caution tape is still up, and I don't know if you can see this, but the front door is actually boarded over as well. And right now, investigators are trying to determine what caused this fire. We spoke with the Alcorn County coroner, and he says 78-year-old Janine Davidson was in the home at the time of the fire. We spoke with her son, Brad Davidson, and he says his mother was having problems getting around, and they were going to put her in a wheelchair soon. He believes the fire was started by a candle in the living room, but that has yet to be confirmed by investigators. We do know Davidson's body has been sent to Pearl for an autopsy. Reporting live in Corinth, Emma Packard, WTVA 9 News Today.
One of the Marines killed in that fatal plane crash in the Delta is at his final resting place this morning. The Associated Press reports a funeral and wake service for Sergeant Julian Kevion was held earlier this week. The 31-year-old was an active reservist and flight engineer.
I regret that our efforts were simply not enough this time.
Senate Republicans expressed regret this morning after failing to pass their Obamacare skinny repeal bill. Now, the final tally was 49 in favor of repeal and 51 against. There were 3 Republicans in all who voted against it, including Senator John McCain. And 2 people remain in critical condition this morning at the Magnolia Regional Health Center. This is after an SUV and a motorcycle collided in Corinth, and a 3rd person was injured in that crash. According to the Daily Corinthian, this happened just after 1 p.m. Thursday near the Corinth Theater Arts. Police Chief Ralph Dance says a Suzuki street bike was crossing a 4-way stop at high speeds, and that's when he collided with the SUV. And there's a silver alert this morning issued by the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. They want you to be on the lookout for 34-year-old Corey Omar Smith Jackson of Jackson. Now, he's described as a black man, 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing 120 pounds with black hair. He was last seen this Thursday morning walking near the intersection of McDowell Road and Suncrest Drive. Contact the Jackson Police Department with any information. The FBI and Tupelo police continue to hunt this morning for a man accused of an attempted kidnapping. Now, take a look at this sketch. Do you know this man? Authorities tell us he tried to kidnap a 7-year-old Tupelo girl on the 4th of July. This happening near Mitchell Street. They describe him as a slim black man in his mid-40s with a receding hairline and some facial hair. The FBI believes the suspect could be from Alabama. If you know this man, reach out to the FBI or Tupelo police. Many parents with illegal citizenship in Mississippi are afraid to register their children for this coming school year. Now, this comes after ICE agents arrested a man in Forest near one of the city's schools. And while many believe registering for school is a good avenue for immigration agents, they actually tell us this is one area they tend to steer away from.
ICE does not conduct raids or set up checkpoints. ICE conducts targeted enforcement operations on a daily basis. As far as the schools go, as a matter of policy, ICE does not conduct enforcement operations at places we have deemed to be sensitive locations.
Thomas Bird tells us since October 2016, ICE has detained more than 5,000 people. This marks an increase of 3,500 people from the previous fiscal year. After 11 years in jail without a trial, murder charges have been dropped against a man diagnosed with schizophrenia. The Associated Press reports that Stephen Jesse Harris is free. Harris was arrested in Clay County back in October 2005. He was charged with murder in the death of his 72-year-old father. His attorney, Carlos Moore, says he is no longer at East Mississippi, but is voluntarily committed to a state hospital. A Florida man accused of an auto burglary and credit card fraud in Oxford is behind bars this morning after being captured in Texas. Police were able to nab 33-year-old Jeffrey Green in Stratford, Texas during a minor traffic offense. Oxford authorities tell us they first investigated the auto burglary on March 21st. The victim's credit cards were used at several Oxford locations and in the surrounding area the next day. Now, it's all thanks to video surveillance, which gave police the lead on Green. At least one of two men are still behind bars this morning after being arrested for commercial burglary. Currently, 27-year-old Joshua Jennings of Starkville is out on bail, while 22-year-old Jabari Brooks of Crawford is still jailed. Now, Starkville police tell us that the burglary occurred at 9 p.m. in Moncrief Park on 300 North Jackson Street. A third suspect has been identified, and more arrests are expected. In Columbus, police are looking for an armed convenience store robber this morning, and if you can help them nab him, there's a possible $5 grand reward. 2 stores were robbed within the last 2 weeks, with an attempted robbery this week. Now, they say he's a light-skinned black man who stands 5 feet 10 inches tall with dreadlocks.
There's no need for the robbery. There's no need for the violence to keep going on. I mean, there are children dying all across this country, and this shouldn't be happening in our hometown of Columbus.
Again, there is a $5,000 reward for anyone who can call Columbus police to an arrest. Tupelo police are looking for a purse snatcher this morning. They say this man stole a woman's purse while she was in the restroom. He walked into her place of employment and walked out with her purse. Police say the woman left it sitting on the cabinet, but did not realize it was gone until she left for the day.
I never really thought it was going to be an issue, and I learned the hard way.
I mean, if they want it, they're going to get it, and I think you just need to keep it out of view, and that way maybe it'll cut down on it.
The purse was recovered, but not the cash inside. If you know who this man is, call Crime Stoppers of Northeast Mississippi or Tupelo Police. The time now is 6:08, and Joel, I can hear rain on our studio roof. Let's check in and just kind of see what's going on.
Yeah, we do have some showers out there this morning, and those are going to perhaps lead to some wet roads, so you want to make sure you're taking it easy on some of those wet roads. But if you're planning to do some running today, considering how hot it is, I wouldn't let these showers stop you this morning from getting out and doing some running. There's no real lightning with these, at least not in our immediate area. Therefore, maybe not quite as big of an issue. You might want a raincoat, obviously, but it's going to feel pretty good to get out there and enjoy the day. Now, we do have some storms this afternoon. Some of those will produce some lightning. Temperatures climb up to only 86, so it's going to be unseasonably cool for this time of year today. UV index around an 8. A little more cloud coverage is going to keep the sun rays from really hitting us quite as hard for today. Here's a look at how this all sets up today. There's those showers that moved through this morning. By 3 p.m., we're expecting another round sometime over somewhere over southwest Tennessee. Those push southward. Could produce some strong winds at times. As we go into the day tomorrow, expect sunshine, low humidity, and cooler temperatures. More on that coming up.
There's a new person to qualify in the Tippah County Circuit Clerk race. Starkville Daily News reports that she's Elaine Boykin Turner. Turner is currently an administrative assistant at Mississippi State University, and currently there are 3 other candidates running for the November 7th special election. And the unemployment numbers are in for the city of Starkville and Tippecanoe County. And from the report, there's an uptick in unemployment rates in June. The Starkville Daily News reports that unemployment for Tippecanoe County rose nearly 2% from May, with over 7% of people out of work. And for Clay County, unemployment rate rose to 8% in June, according to the Daily Times Leader. The local newspaper says the county is seeing a decline in unemployment rates from last June. Rankin County leads the way with the lowest unemployment rate at 4.3%. And we're expecting the attorney in the case where a lawsuit has been filed against a local school district to be in his office today. That means we will be reaching out to John White's office for comment regarding the 5 former teachers in Tippecanoe who brought on the lawsuit. Now, those women claim they were discriminated against based on age and race. The 5 teachers all say they were promised jobs when the county and city consolidated the school districts. 4 of the women are white and claim they were replaced by young black women with less experience. The school district is not making any comments about pending litigation.
WTVA is a proud sponsor of the Tupelo St. Jude Dream Home.
And tickets are running out for this year's St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. You can reserve your ticket for just $100, and your money will be helped to use in the fight against pediatric cancer at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Now, to reserve your ticket, call 1-800-456-8351 or reserve it online at dreamhome.org. A plume of black smoke covers this area near Dallas. Coming up on WTVA 9 News Today, we'll tell you what authorities think caused this fire. And later, an officer ambushed when responding to a traffic accident.
Plus, we're tracking light showers across parts of our area this morning, followed by more storms that are expected for today. How will that impact your weekend forecast? We'll let you know coming up when WTVA 9 News Today returns.
Now, your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. You're watching WTVA 9 News Today. The time is now 6:14. We are tracking a few heavy downpours across parts of the area, as well as some light showers. We had some light showers move through Tupelo earlier, or at least the Saltillo area. Those are now tracking east of Highway 45. Heading over toward the Friendship area, and as well as some moderate showers around Dennis and the Belmont area of southern Tisch County. Also, widespread light to moderate showers through parts of Franklin County. Meanwhile, just light showers even as far south now as Winona and Duck Hill. If you plan to do some fishing for today, you can do so probably this morning and into the midday hours into the afternoon. However, be sure you're tracking those storms on Storm Track Doppler on our Weather Authority app. It's free and available on the Apple and Android device store. And for more on your fishing and report, go to WTVA.com.
One man is dead and another is injured this morning after a double shooting in Jackson. The Associated Press reports that this happened around 9 p.m. on Wednesday. Authorities say they pronounced 20-year-old Dalvin Rhymes dead on the scene. There is no word yet on the condition of the second man. And in Alabama, a teenager has died after being struck by lightning at his home on Wednesday. 6-year-old Aaron Dunn was struck and killed at his home in South Dothan, according to the Houston County coroner. The Houston County Sheriff says Dunn walked into his enclosed back porch when lightning struck 2 large trees nearby. The strike then jumped from the trees to Dunn, traveling from his head to his feet. The cause of a large tire fire in Texas is under investigation this morning. Take a look at those clouds. Now, no injuries have been reported. This is chopper video, which is showing us that the large plume of black smoke billowing in the sky, it's as visible as far as downtown Dallas, and that's actually about 17 miles away. So far, no injuries have been reported. And coming up on WTVA 9 News Today, he's 86 years old. He's a former Catholic priest and a convicted rapist. But today, you may have to add that he's a free man to that list as well. How those affected by him feel about the release? Stay tuned.
Plus, at 6:16, we are tracking mostly cloudy skies, a few light to moderate showers here and there. It's going to keep us a little bit cooler today. We'll have a look at that forecast, a full 7-day coming up.
Now, your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. You're watching WTVA 9 News Today. The time is now 6:19. Let's take a live look at Storm Track Doppler 9. Still tracking some light to moderate showers, this time over Franklin County, Alabama, right along Alabama 24. If you're traveling east of Red Bay, you're heading toward Huntsville perhaps along Highway 24, you might want to give yourself just a little extra time. There's some pretty nasty roads back in that direction. Just some light to moderate showers, but still some ponting on those roads certainly possible. Also, light showers now stretching along Highway 7 from around Hardy, Mississippi, down into Grenada County, right up Highway 7 toward Water Valley. And as we zoom out just a little bit, you can see there's also some light showers in between, stretching through Tupelo over toward Algoma and Etta as well. Here's a live look in Starkville, where we have temperatures right about 75 degrees. Your dew point's around 72, so still some humid air in place. That is going to change later on, but first we have those showers to deal with through the day today. We start out with temperatures around the mid to upper 70s. We get up to about 80 degrees by 9 a.m., up to 83 degrees by 11 a.m., and we'll continue to warm a little bit more from there, but with those showers and storms in place, about a 30 to 40% chance of rain, temperatures will be just a little bit cooler. Right now we're at 82 degrees in Tupelo. We are still very mild in the All-America City. 75 in Gordo, Alabama, 75 in Aliceville, 76 for us in Bruce and in Grenada as well, 77 in Water Valley and in Oxford. Through the day, we'll see these showers move, or through the morning, we'll see those showers move out. We'll catch a little bit of a lull in the activity, but notice we're still mostly cloudy, and so that's going to hold back that daytime heating. Advance into the afternoon, watch what happens. We have storms that fire up over parts of southwest Tennessee. Those will stretch southward through the afternoon. By 4:30, we're looking at widespread showers and storms across the northern tier of the area. Those are going to spread southward. As we go into the afternoon, into the evening, we have some heavy storms moving through the Golden Triangle with that cold front behind it. Cooler, drier air. That drier air is going to eat up any kind of rainfall or any cloud coverage that's left behind. We might have some clouds linger in the morning. After that, just looking for sunshine and a little bit of a northerly breeze, and that's going to constantly reinforce that cooler, drier air, and it's going to make for a cool start to your Sunday. Here's a look at our severe weather forecast for today. Not expecting really anything out of this that might be severe. If anything, there might be some strong storms later on this evening down into the Golden Triangle. We'll watch those closely, maybe some strong gusty winds at times, but the level 1 threat on the scale of 1 to 5, mostly limited to the central portions of Tennessee and northeastern portions of Alabama. For highs today, looking for highs around 85 or 86 across the north, maybe 87 in some spots, getting up to about 87 or 88 degrees for areas across the south. Highs only in the mid and upper 80s for Saturday and Sunday, despite the fact that we're looking for a lot of sunshine, low humidity. It's going to be fantastic this weekend. Next week, though, the heat builds back into the area, highs in the low 90s, maybe a 20% chance of an isolated shower by Thursday.
And a train crash earlier this morning coming up on WTVA 9 News Today. We'll tell you how those affected are recovering. Stay tuned.
You're watching WTVA 9 News Today with anchors Katrina Berry, Bill Hughes, and meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. An Indiana police officer has died after being shot Thursday afternoon. Lieutenant Aaron Allen died when he was shot responding to a crash in Indiana. Authorities say Allen responded to that crash, and that's when the suspect inside the car started shooting. Allen was rushed to the hospital where he later died. 2 suspects inside that car were taken into custody after being treated at the hospital.
Mr. Manzanares was charged by complaint last night for the death of his wife, Christy Manzanares.
Now, that's the attorney over the case where domestic dispute turned to murder on a cruise ship sailing to Alaska on Tuesday. Security and medical personnel aboard the ship discovered her in the cabinet dead from a severe head wound. The husband has been taken into custody, charged with her murder. A convicted priest is set to be free from a Massachusetts prison today. The former Catholic priest, Paul Shanley, was convicted in 2005 of rape and abuse of a child. The attorney for some of Shanley's victims say the 86-year-old high-risk sex offender will be released free and clear with no monitoring. Now, some of Shanley's victims spoke out Wednesday about the effects of Shanley's sexual crimes on their lives and their families. They say he is still a danger to the public. The time now is 6:26. Let's check in with meteorologist Joel Young for a closer look at our Severe Weather Authority forecast.
We are tracking a few showers out there this morning. First of all, we'll take a live look in Columbus, where we have mostly cloudy skies. We have rain-free conditions and very warm, humid conditions. 79 degrees right now in the friendly city. Winds out of the west-southwest at about 3 miles per hour. As we head through the day, we are going to see these showers gradually move out, but we'll see more storms eventually develop. Spotty showers across the area right now with some heavier stuff over Franklin County. Now we're just one day away from the weekend. Here's a look at some of those weekend events and what you can expect. A lot of sunshine, highs in the mid and upper 80s, much less humidity. More on that coming up.
And you may remember us bringing the story on neglected horses being seized by the police. Coming up on WTVA 9 News Today, we'll tell you how police plan to pursue the owner.
Police find a large amount of drugs near an elementary school. Find out which school after the break.
And at 6:27, we are starting out with a little bit of cloud coverage out there. The sun came up at 6:03, but you may not have seen much of a sunrise this morning. The sun will set this evening at 8 o'clock. That gives us 13 hours and 57 minutes of daylight for today. Coming up next, we'll have a full look at what you can expect in your emoji cast. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You're watching WTVA 9 News Today with anchors Katrina Berry, Bill Hughes, and meteorologist Joel Young.
Here are the top stories that we're working on at this hour. A house fire in Corinth claims the life of an elderly woman. Now there's an investigation into how that fire started. Plus, the FBI wants you to turn this man in if you know him. He's accused of an attempted kidnapping of a 7-year-old girl in Tupelo. And a serial robber is on the loose in Columbus after police suspect he's the same man who robbed 2 convenience stores with an attempted robbery at another store earlier this week. And WTVA's Emma Packard is standing by with more information on a major drug bust in Tupelo and how authorities caught the woman with 20 pounds of marijuana in her home. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Joel Young with a look at what's going on with the weather right now.
Well, Katrina, we have light to moderate showers now straying through our northeastern counties, especially over Franklin County now. If you're driving along Highway 24 this morning, that's Alabama 24 from Red Bay over toward Russellville, you'll want to give yourself a little extra time. That is some wet roads this morning. We have some ponding on those roads. Also along U.S. Highway 43, stretching from Russellville down toward Hamilton this morning. You might want to give yourself some extra time in those areas as well. Looking back toward the west, we have light showers across the west, and otherwise temperatures are in the upper 70s to lower 80s. If you have plans to wash your car today, we are looking for scattered showers and storms. Not the best day for that, but looking better as you head into the weekend with cooler temperatures as well as sunshine Saturday and Sunday. More on that coming up.
A woman is in trouble with authorities after police find large amounts of marijuana, cocaine, and ecstasy in a Tupelo home. WTVA's Emma Packard joins us live with how much was recovered.
Thanks, Katrina. It's shocking the amount of drugs found in this bust, but what's more shocking is the home where the drugs were found is a block away from Milam Elementary School in Tupelo. Take a look at some of the drugs recovered. 20 pounds of marijuana and felony amounts of what authorities believe is cocaine and ecstasy. The discovery came after police served a search warrant in the 900 block of Allen Street. 35-year-old Rakina Burks was arrested and charged with felony possession of a controlled substance. Burke is free this morning out on a $40,000 bond. Reporting live, I'm Emma Packard, WTVA 9 News Today.
Thank you, Emma, for that report. A federal grand jury indicted Tyrone Conley, Lampton Earl Turner, and Candace Marie Skeen last week. The trio is accused of moving a detectable amount of methamphetamine from January through March. Conley and Turner remain in federal custody. Skeen has been in state custody since April for a 2-year sentence. If convicted, all 3 face up to 20 years. Now, whenever you expect a delivery from UPS or FedEx, keep a close eye out for your package. Now, this comes as an alert from breezynews.com. The newspaper reports that a woman took off running with a package after a UPS employee stopped at the house. Now, they add, Kosciuszko police say that no one was at home at the time and the female was outside at the home. Alabama is ditching a plan to shift its Medicaid program to managed care. Now this after 5 years of work, according to the Associated Press. The Alabama Medicaid agency says expected changes by the Trump administration is why the state is aborting the plan. Dozens of people are recovering from their injuries after a morning commuter train crashed into the bumpers in a station in Barcelona. That is unbelievable video. Emergency services say 48 people were treated and 18 taken to city hospitals, 5 of them in serious condition. And a baby in Burnsville is living with a rare birth defect. His intestines were originally outside of his body. Now, 9-month-old little Jackson has gastroschisis, actually a rare form of it. Now, he's hooked up to receive IV nutrition for 18 hours of the day. Jackson spent 6 months in the hospital before he could come home, and his mother calls him a true warrior.
When he was born, you could tell that it wasn't normal, like what you would expect. Yes, faith definitely led us through the process.
He had his big surgery 2 days before Christmas. It's not really what your ideal Christmas is like. You know, Santa came to visit him and he wasn't even conscious. He was on a ventilator. But I mean, he's home now and he's happy.
Absolutely precious little baby. Now, 1 in 2,200 babies are born with this rare condition. Coming up on July 30th, Gastricasis Day is a day raised to raise awareness and help for families like Jackson's. Now, a man accused of having malnourished horses is out on bail this morning. Union County authorities identified the man as 52-year-old Michael Dancy, and he was arrested for animal neglect. The sheriff's office seized 6 horses Wednesday, including 2 that are pregnant, from Dancy's property. The horses are being assessed and treated at a rescue sanctuary in Tennessee. Sheriff Edwards tells us he's been warning Dancy for at least 2 months before the seizure took place. The time now is 6:35. Let's check in with meteorologist Joel Young for a look at what your morning commute will be like this morning.
Well, it is looking a little bit soggy for many spots, especially over the central and northern sections of our area. There are some spots that haven't seen a drop of rain, but where we have, you've seen a little bit that has ponded on the roadways, so you want to give yourself extra time in those areas. So a few showers this morning when you step out the door. Today's emoji cast, where I pick the best emoji to describe your forecast. Grab an umbrella, you're going to need it today. And this afternoon, we're going to see some scattered showers and storms. Highs are going to be a little bit cooler than what we usually see this time of year. So our first round of storms, they've already kind of moved on through, or they're moving through now. They're dying off. Our second round will develop going into the afternoon, somewhere across southwest Tennessee, stretching southward. Some of these could produce some strong winds later on today. We'll have to watch those closely. A lot of frequent lightning and heavy rain as well. Coming up next, we'll have a look at what you can expect in your travel forecast across Mid-South today.
New this morning, we're expecting work on a new roundabout on the Ole Miss campus to be finished in just about 2 weeks. The Oxford Eagle reports the Chucky Mullins entrance to the campus has been closed since May 18th. The new roadway will be where Hill Drive and Hathorne Road meet. When disasters happen, it often takes more than just state and federal aid to help ease the situation. That's when volunteers can make a big difference in the lives of those who might need the help. The Family Resource Center of Tupelo and the City of Tupelo met to hold a training session for Family First volunteers and others. They say it was a chance for them to learn how to help others in the community.
It gives individuals, private citizens, the opportunity to help out their own community after a disaster. So for us, we enjoy going around the state and just kind of training up folks that want to be involved.
He says that anyone can become a disaster reservist by signing up at the MEMA website at www.msema.org. The city of Starkville will begin moving forward this morning with a proposed $14 million industrial park. This comes after the city and county voted yes to this $7 million bond for the project. A judge recently upheld a decision by the Board of Aldermen to rezone the property.
We would notify the landowners fairly soon that we're going to exercise the options. I just talked to the bond attorneys. They think that they could have bonds ready to sell to close about September. We would authorize the cultural resource work that's still yet to be done.
The location for the proposed industrial park sits just north of Highway 82 between Highway 25 and 389. Bancorp South Incorporated announced it will enter into a new phase of reorganization for the company and its subsidiary, Bancorp South Bank. The two will merge to eliminate redundant corporate infrastructure and activities. Customers will not be impacted by this decision.
WTVA is a proud sponsor of the Tupelo St. Jude Dream Home.
Tickets are running out for this year's St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. You can reserve your ticket for just $100, and your money will be used to help in the fight against pediatric cancer at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. To reserve your ticket, call 1-800-456-8351 or reserve it online at dreamhome.org. And frightening moments for a young girl and her mother coming up on WTVA 9 News. Will tell you what caused the truck to lose control and how the mother and child made it out.
Now, your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back to WTVA 9 News. Today it is Friday, y'all, and the time is now 6:41. Happy Friday. Get out and make it a good one this weekend. We do have cooler temperatures in store. That is going to be exciting. Here's a live look in Oxford right now. We are rain-free right now, but we have some showers in the vicinity. Clouds are out there. That's going to help keep us from really heating up quite as fast. However, it has kept us pretty mild overnight. We're at 77 degrees right now in Lafayette County. Those winds out of the southwest at 8 miles per hour. Live look at Storm Track Doppler 9 shows we have some heavier downpours over parts of Franklin County, Alabama. Some light showers dotting the map from Tupelo back over toward Coffeyville, down I-55 toward Winona. Heavier downpours up here in DeSoto and into DeSoto County and to Tunica County as well as parts of east central Arkansas. Those could be straying into our area later on this morning into the afternoon. Temperatures right now in the low 80s in Tupelo, getting up to about 86 this afternoon, 87 in Starkville. So it's obviously going to be a lot cooler than it has been, and that's going to be the case across much of the Mid-South. More sunshine for tomorrow and Sunday, but still going to be nice and cool for the weekend. More on that 7-day coming up.
For those parents in Starkville working to gather remaining school supplies for your children, listen up. There's a back-to-school bash this Saturday at the Emerson Family Resource Center. The Starkville Daily News reports that it will be at the Starkville Sportsplex from 10 a.m. to noon. The local newspaper adds the event is expecting at least 1,000 people, so you may want to get there early. Now, there's a lot of free school supplies to be handed out. The catch, the families have to visit at least 40 booths before getting the supplies. Also happening today, if you have back-to-school shopping to do, today is the first day for the Mississippi Sales Tax holiday. WTVA's Emma Packer joins us live with how this will affect shoppers.
Thanks, Katrina. What this means is people buying certain back-to-school items will save 7% tax, and that started at midnight this morning, well, 12:01, and will run through midnight tomorrow. So all day Friday, all day Saturday. And remember, this only applies to specific items, mostly clothing, costing less than $100. And we will have a full list of what's eligible and what's not on our website, WTVA.com. But with all this rain Joel's been talking about, it sounds like this is going to be a good day to get outside, well, not outside, but go indoors, check some things off your indoor list, do some back to school shopping, take advantage of this, saving some money on the sales tax. Reporting live, I'm Emma Packer, WTVA 9 News Today.
If you're trying to declutter your closet, but sentimental value has you holding on to everything, there is a trick to letting go. According to new research in the Journal of Marketing, consumers are more likely to donate clothing and household goods if they take a picture of the item first. The study tracked a donation drive advertised to Penn State students. It found that participants who were encouraged to take pictures of their items actually donated 15 to 35% more. And take a look at this video. Surveillance cameras were rolling Thursday as a box truck slammed into a 99-cent store in New York. That is so scary. Now, in the video, it shows the truck jumping the curb, zooming across the sidewalk, and actually smacks into the building. You can see a woman with a young child barely escaping injury as the truck topples a parking sign.
Wow, well, we are looking for some showers for today, more cloud coverage, and tell you what, it's going to be a lot cooler for today. But what about this weekend? What about that next week? We know that the cool temperatures won't last forever. We'll have a look at that coming up.
Now, your WTVA Severe Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. You're watching WTVA 9 News today on a Friday morning. Good Friday morning to y'all. Hope y'all are having a great day so far. Here's a live look now at our Storm Track Doppler 9. We got some showers out there. You might want to know where these are as you step out the door this morning. Most of that over Franklin County, Alabama, now stretching along Alabama 24 over here toward Russellville, now heading over toward Youngtown and Hatton over toward the Moulton area in northwest Alabama. We also have some light showers through parts of northern Marion County and over here into Itawamba County as well. And some just spotty showers down Highway 341 and Highway 9, heading over to here toward Coffeyville. All of this is kind of falling apart, but still there nonetheless. You might see some quick raindrops on your windshield. That's about it. There are some storms moving through parts of east central Arkansas around Forest City and Marietta, Arkansas. Those could be stretching into our western counties here shortly. A live look in West Point shows we are rain free. 79 degrees right now in Clay County. Winds are out of the west-southwest at 30 miles per hour. A 30% chance of scattered showers, perhaps a thunderstorm as we go into the afternoon. Temperatures climb up to about 80 by 9 a.m. By 11 a.m. we're up to about 83 degrees with a west-southwest wind at about 11 miles per hour. Temperatures mostly in the upper 70s to lower 80s this morning as you step out the door. So obviously a mild start thanks to the added moisture and the added cloud coverage. Going into the day tomorrow, we are going to see the sunshine, but it's going to be cooler. Storm tracker today shows that there's our first round of showers. They move on out of here. We should catch a lull in this activity through the morning hours. Then as we go into the afternoon, storms are going to fire up somewhere along the Mississippi-Tennessee state line, and those are going to gradually spread southward into the evening. Those storms, as they push southward, could produce strong winds at times, some gusty winds. At this point, it looks like that severe threat is going to stay to our north and east. As we go into your Saturday, your Sunday, looks like we're going to maintain a northerly flow. That's going to bring in more of that cooler, drier air. Here's a look at our severe weather risk for today. Not expecting any really here at home across our area for today. The level 1 threat should stay north of Huntsville up into the Nashville area over toward eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee as well. Here's a look at this afternoon's forecast. We'll get up to about 86 degrees in Ripley, 85 for us in Corinth, 85 in Iuka, 86 in Fulton, and 87 in Sulligent. Farther south, we're looking for highs around 87, 88 degrees. This is where it's going to be a little bit warmer, and we're going to see those heat index values probably into the lower 90s. Here's a look at that 3-day forecast. We're expecting about a 50% chance of showers and storms for today, but Saturday and Sunday looking dry, looking sunny, looking like low humidity as well. So it's going to be a great time to get outdoors and enjoy the sunshine, while last few weeks just that sunshine's been miserable. As we go into your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we get back into the low 90s. We'll be in the low 90s even Thursday as well, but humidity returns and that'll bring some hit or miss showers and storms once again.
Thanks, Joel. And we're working this morning to uncover the cause of a deadly fire that killed an elderly woman in Corinth. Coming up on WTVA 9 News Today, we'll tell you what else we uncovered. Stay tuned. Is not correct. The video says serial robber, but the story is FBI kidnapping. For H5, H5. No. H5. Okay.
You're watching WTVA 9 News Today with anchors Katrina Berry, Bill Hughes, and meteorologist Joel Young.
Welcome back. I'm Katrina Berry. Bill Hughes is out today, and here are the top stories to get you on your way out the door. A 78-year-old woman died in a Corinth house fire. Her body is in Pearl this morning for an autopsy. It appears the woman attempted to crawl to the front door and likely died from smoke inhalation. Alcorn County Coroner Jay Jones confirms that she's Janine Davidson, and he adds that most of the fire was contained in the living room area. The FBI and Tupelo police continue to hunt for this man accused of an attempted kidnapping. They describe him as a slim black man in his mid-40s with a receding hairline and some facial hair. If you know this man, reach out to the FBI or Tupelo police. And a woman accused of having at least 20 pounds of marijuana and felony amounts of cocaine and ecstasy is out on bail this morning. Tupelo police say 35-year-old Rakina Burks will face felony possession of a controlled substance. And don't forget, you can get the latest news, weather, and sports by visiting our website at WTVA.com, or you can download our WTVA 9 News app. It gives you instant access to the latest news from across the area. You can also stay on top of big national stories as they happen. The new and improved WTVA News app is free and available for download for Apple and Android smartphones and tablets.
And at 6:52, you can see there are showers out there, and we have some dark clouds. Finally, some shade from all of that direct sunlight, which has heated us up in recent days. Coming up, we're going to talk about how long this lasts and just how cool it's going to be this weekend. Welcome back. We continue to track some light to moderate showers through parts of Franklin County, Alabama, around the Russellville area. Heavy downpours at times, and we also have light showers dotting the map through parts of northern Itawamba County and even northern Lee County, even all the way down into parts of southern Pontotoc County. Yeah, some heavier downpours back into parts of Arkansas as well. That's producing some lightning. You want to give yourself some extra time if you're driving through areas where there might be some ponding on roadways. Temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s. We're going to have more storms today, about a 50% chance of rain. 86 will be the high today. Cold front moves through. It's going to gradually clear us out heading into your Saturday and your Sunday. We're going to be seeing temperatures in the mid and upper 80s. Fantastic weather considering
yes, a very pleasant weekend.
Usually this time of year, if you got sunshine, you got heat. If you got rain, if you got cooler temperatures, you got rain. This time, Saturday and Sunday, we get both best of both worlds.
We get to enjoy it. So
That's right.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Remember, we are always on and always free at WTVA.com.
That's right. And the Today Show is next on WTVA. And Good Morning America is next on ABC WTVA.
And be sure to join us for our next newscast at noon. And for everyone here, have a great day.